Hey, welcome back to Paper Mario. It's better if I don't look at my recordings between. Like, I just keep going all the way through because then I look at my face and I'm like, oh, your face. And then I feel bad. So I'm not going to do that. Okay, what's the note for today? I guess I was thinking a little bit more. There's a little tiny note about the interview stuff that I talked about yesterday. So I had like the one interview on Thursday, which I didn't do good and I didn't like, and one interview on Friday, which was better. But I don't know, like the thing, I had the same experience, obviously, and the job was kind of similar. But the way the interviewer handled it, like the second guy did such a better job of interviewing. The first guy was just like, can you do this stuff? And I was like, I don't have any experience, but I'll try. And he's like, okay, whatever. And then I left. And then the second guy was like, he asked me better questions, like, I should, badges? He asked me better questions, and he responded to my answers better. He's like, okay, well, you don't have a lot of experience. I'm looking for someone with a little bit more experience, but do you do like this stuff? Like, have you worked with Excel? And I was like, yeah, I've done that a little bit. And he's like, okay, that's good. And some of my answers were good and some were bad, but he just was. So I would want to work with a guy like that. He was the CEO, and he was really nice. And he seemed really smart, too. I mean, the other guy seemed smart, but he's just kind of like, can you work by yourself? Like, am I going to have to be on top of you all day? Who your boss is really important. I've realized that working at my current job, like the boss sets the mood for the whole company. I noticed that a lot. I don't think I've ever talked about that, but I kind of know how badges work. Last year my boss was really anxious about, we had to move like equipment and then the pandemic and everything. So he was really anxious. Every time I talked to him, he's like, oh, we gotta move equipment, and oh, we get this pandemic, and customers are yelling at me. So he was really nervous, and that kind of infected all of us. I could tell, like the people, whenever I talked to anybody, they were nervous. But their job was the same. They were still doing the same things. The thing that was different was the boss's energy was like infecting them with this nervous energy. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm projecting, but that's the way I felt. Like he was kind of making me more nervous. Because he was nervous and he didn't really know, like, oh, I don't know, like, what I'm gonna do. So if you have a boss that's, like, a little bit more just relaxed and, like, handles communication better and is more kinder, then it's just, obviously, it makes the work environment better. So, like, that's kind of... So the first interview I did, hopefully I don't know. I don't work there, because then I'm just going to be like, oh, I hate this guy. And then what if he watches this video? He's not going to. If I worked for that guy, you can get, so I got an idea of like how all the other people who work there, like what their personality is going to kind of be like, because he's going to be like setting the tone for everybody else, because he's like the boss. So I wouldn't want to work in that kind of an environment. it's nice that I get a choice. I am in a position where it seems like I'm getting more interviews, so hopefully I get another job soon. So like I can choose. If this guy on Thursday called me and was like, "You got the job," I'd be like, "No." It's nice that I could say no. It would be nice to say no to somebody and be like, "You did a bad job interviewing me." So I'm not to kind of flip the script and be like, if you would have done a better job interviewing, you would have got me. It's nice, but he's not going to call me because I did a really bad job interviewing. Did they ever explain why these Goombas are good Goombas and the other Goombas are bad? Is it just because he has a mustache? I gotta wear this stupid badge. Oh, I thought it froze on me. Don't freeze on me. I gotta do save states. That's funny. You can change the order we attack with Z. I remember there being a tutorial where they teach you how to do timed attacks. Did I skip it? I'm worried. I guess they don't. They might have explained it. But why? Isn't it weird that I'm just kind of like killing these Goombas in front of my new Goomba friend? Bonk. I have another tiny note I can do. Jump, jump, jump. I'm gonna do another Billy Joel song. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I think that'll be the, I don't know. Should I just keep doing Billy Joel songs for the rest of the time? I don't really know that many songs. But tomorrow, maybe that might be the last time I do it. Where I just spend an episode talking about Billy Joel. Tomorrow will be a song that I like. It's probably my favorite Billy Joel song. Let's do another quick note because I got a bunch. I'm gonna do this one. Dish one. I keep pressing A when he jumps at me because I'm like, you can block it, but I don't know. I remember him like he pulls his hat down to block. But I don't know how to do it. I got a mushroom. Can I go back there? It's another YouTube thing. I keep getting these. I talked about this channel before, Girl Defined. They're like a Christian sisters, and they talk about like how to be a good Christian girl or something. And I keep getting these because I watched God is Grey one time. I get these like take down Girl Defined videos, like, oh, we take what they say is so stupid. There's so many of them. There's like 20 different channels that have been presented to me that have been like, oh, we watch a Girl Defined video and we talk about how stupid they are, and then you go to their channel and they have like 100,000 subscribers. It makes you kind of root for them. Like I want them to, like, they're the underdog here. All these people are being mean to them, and then you watch a video and it's not that crazy. I mean, they're just like, oh, women should be nicer, or they should be quieter. And it's like, oh, it's not great, but imagine if I had like 20 reaction videos to a video I did, and they were like, this guy's so stupid. What is he even talking about? Doesn't he know how dangerous what he says is? Like, he's being so terrible. I would want to jump off a bridge. I couldn't handle that. And they're like still making videos, and they're like, oh, my boyfriend and whatever. I mean, I don't like what they say, but I'm still kind of rooting for them. I got that mushroom right. I just gotta stop watching those videos though, because they keep getting. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll watch one more about why Girl Defined is so stupid. I'm like, I guess I kind of agree with what you're saying, but like, there's so many of these people, and they're just like so mean. Stop picking on them. They just want to be sexist. Leave them alone. It's definitely that thing of like you're giving them a lot more attention by making all these videos about them. 100,000 subscribers, nobody's really watching them. But then you have people with like 2 million subscribers watch them. You're giving them kind of a bigger platform. I'm sure they've gotten subscribers from that. What is this? I'm a red Goomba and I'm a blue Goomba. Use your super jump. Should I do cattle? He's weaker than his brother. Oh. How do I do the thing? That's just the super jump. I think I just killed him. My brother. You killed my brother. Power jump, power jump. That wasn't too hard. Oh yeah, also about the... Sometimes I kind of like... I don't know, I agree. I kind of understand the Girl Defined perspective, like the Christian perspective of... It seems like Christians have this idea like, oh, men and women were created separate, like they have their own purposes, but they're still equal. Separate but equal. Where have I heard that before? Anyway. Like, oh, men do the man things and women do the women things. And reading the Old Testament, that's... I get that impression, like, oh, I can understand how they get that. There's that verse I remember talking about, that God was like, or Moses wrote a law that was like in Leviticus, oh, men aren't allowed to wear women's clothing, and it's detestable or whatever. And I'm like, that's stupid. I don't know why it's easy for me to just be like, well, that's kind of dumb. But other people are like, no, you have to, God said it. Why am I just able to do that? And still be a Christian and be like, I still want to be a Christian, but That's kind of a dumb thing in the Bible. But I understand that appeal of like, I don't know. So like the women are like the helpers and the nurturers, and they make the families and they make the food or whatever, and the men, I don't know what's left for the men to do. What do the men do? They go out and they kill stuff. I don't know. That's kind of like the original thing. So like, if I'm not killing anything, am I really a man? Oh, I didn't kill them. They're just crying. That's good. But like, I kind of want to, like, if I was a girl, I would be fine, I think, being a Christian and just being in that role, like, oh, I'm just a helper, and I make food, and I do laundry. I would kind of like being that person, I think. Like, I wouldn't have a problem being a kind of girl-defined person and just being what I mean is, like, I understand why they're okay saying the things they're saying, because like, they like being those people, like they like helping people, and they like being the wife, and they like being the, oh, my husband's like the leader and he can do everything and I'll just help. It's nice to be that person, because like, you don't have to make the decisions, and you don't have to, it's a lot of responsibility, I guess, to be like the leader. But then obviously where I differ from that is like, wow, why does everybody have to follow the same rules? Well, don't we kind of all accept that everybody's kind of different? Maybe I should stop there. Yeah. And then I can do a save state in case I die. I don't know. Like, isn't the end goal for Christianity to like take over the world and make everybody Christian? If you want to make everybody Christian, you have to accept that people can be different. There's going to be a girl who doesn't want to be like a stereotypical girl. Do you have to force her to be like you want her to be, or if you want to convert her to Christianity, you have to say like, you could be a Christian and you could be kind of like wear men's clothes or whatever, and cut your hair short, or I don't know, and you could still be a good Christian. God still loves you, doesn't care about your hair. It doesn't say that in the New Testament, but there are some verses in the New Testament about hair, so maybe God does care about your hair, but that's a stupid God. I don't want to believe in a God who cares about your hair, especially because I'm losing my hair. Okay, see you tomorrow.